let's count down the top 6 solo items in Gloomhaven. And for those of you that don't know, there are scenarios that were created, one for each class. You play through it, you get a special item, and I think a lot of players aren't aware of this. So I'll put a link down in the description to Board Game Geek. You can download the PDF for free there, or you can actually go and buy these officially from the Cephalofair store. The criteria for this video is, the ranking criteria is, how effective is it for the class? And then also, how effective is it for other classes? Can it be used by other classes or not? And that's going to be, combined into one overall ranking. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know which items you think are the best. And also, just a quick public service announcement. When you unlock an item, when you beat one of the solo scenarios, you keep that item. You can sell it back to the supply, or you can play the character until it retires, and then the item goes back in the supply and anyone else can buy it if they want. Some items people are really going to want, and other items nobody else can use it except, the particular class, so mileage may vary. Let's get started with number 6. At number 6, we have the Phasing Idol. The biggest problem with summons in Gloomhaven is that they can die easily, especially melee ones. So this item, while not overpowered, is very good. It's very good for the summoner. It's also very good for a lot of classes that want to play summons. It's a small item, so it doesn't take up a really useful spot like your hand spots or your chest spot or something like that. So that helps increase the power. And also, you can refresh consumed small items, so you're going to be able to use it more than once. And you also get to choose when to use the item to mitigate the damage. So, if your summon takes 1 damage and doesn't die, you don't have to use it. So this can really help keep your summons alive and reduce some of the risk of playing summons. At number 5, we have the Sun Shield. And the Sun Shield can basically make your Sunkeeper even more invincible than normal. And it's really neat because you don't have to spend it, you don't have to consume it. It's always just waiting there. And there is some opportunity cost when you're consuming light to add 3 shield. I mean, that means you can't add +2 move to Scales of Justice, or it means you can't add, +1 in advantage to Hammer Blow. But still, you're going to get to decide when you see what's happening. So if you're going to get smacked by a bunch of monsters and take some damage, instead of, adding +1 to Hammer Blow, you might want to take this extra 3 shield. I mean, it's going to make you very, very powerful. And I also think it actually helps a lot of other classes, which is why I think, it ended up being in the top 6, is that, another class can consume light, and, maybe that class doesn't care about consuming light for the rest of their abilities. And so anytime light is around, they can just consume light for a lot of extra shield, and it really changes how some classes play. And I think it's really, really neat. And it's pretty cool too, because you can empower light on your turn, and then as soon as the monsters attack, you can use that. I think it's just it's a great item, and for all those reasons, it's at number 5. At number 4, we have the Smoke Elixir for the Night Shroud. The Smoke Elixir, it's not insanely powerful, but invisibility itself is kind of an overpowered ability. And the Night Shroud has a bit of an issue where it goes from a weak turn to a really strong turn when it does executes, insta-kills, whatever you want to call them. And so this helps us, manage that so that, we can empower dark when we need to without actually using a card. And it allows us to string together turns much more effectively, and it just allows us to go invisible whenever the heck we feel like it. And because it's a small item, you can combine it with the Cloak of Invisibility and have, more invisibility, or you can take it and use your chest spot for something else, which is actually really valuable for other classes. And so I think for those reasons, it's actually just going to be super useful in so many situations, and that's why it's number 4. At number 3, we have the Master's Lute. And this item doesn't look like much when you first look at it, but there's a few factors that really make it awesome. The first is that the Soothsinger's attack modifier deck can get ridiculous. When you can add +3s and +4s into your deck, this attack 2 all of a sudden goes up to attack 4, attack 5 on average. And so if I said to you, hey, by playing a couple cards, you can give yourself 2 extra attack 4s per rest cycle, you'd probably be down with that. You'd think, oh, damn, that's really good. If I could get that much extra damage per rest cycle. I mean, this card could potentially be worth 30, 40, 50 damage extra in a scenario. And so, you know, depending on how you play the Soothsinger, it can be very, very useful for attacking. Also, the move part is really, really helpful in certain situations. It allows you to change plans on the fly. So, you know, if, you know, monsters pull a card and, you know, one of the monsters pulled a card that's a real pain, you can go, oh, I'm going to play this song and actually move over here because I've got some extra movement. I can make it to this other monster. And I'm going to attack that monster before it goes because it's, you know, turn is going to cause problems for us. So it gives you a ton of flexibility. It allows you to keep up with your party. And it's just, I mean, for the flexibility and for just the sheer attacking power that it gives you, it's great. And that's why it's number 3. If you're liking the video so far, go ahead, hit that like button. It really helps me out a lot. And subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so that when I publish new content, you're notified. It's the little bell. And then I work with Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games has an absolutely crazy selection of board games, card games, tabletop role-playing games, paint, miniatures, anything, you name it. They've got, you know, all this really cool out-of-print stuff. So if you're looking for something obscure, make sure, go down into the description, click on the link I've provided. If you buy anything, I make a small commission, and I need your support to make sure that this channel keeps growing. Thanks, and let's get on to number 2. At number 2, we have the utility belt. Just what the quartermaster needed. Another way to get back items. I mean, take a broken class and just smash it. Break it even further. Get crazy. It's pretty funny because, you know, the quartermaster's so broken with its infinite looping capabilities and all the just shenanigans that can happen. And this just compounds that. And then it's actually good for literally any class. It's amazing for any class. Gloomhaven is balanced mostly around consumed items only being able to be used once, especially non-small items, right? You want to get back your Warhammer and do another huge stun, etc. Just a very, very useful card, and that's why it's number 2. At number 1, we have the Beast Tyrant and the Staff of Command. And this item is just ridiculous. It's the best item. I mean, that's why it's at number 1, I guess, because it changes how powerful the Beast Tyrant is. It's a spend-only item, so you can use it multiple times. There's things that allow you to untap spent items, and then also you can long rest. So you can easily use this 6 or 8 times. It's going to accelerate your power curve. Damage is king in Gloomhaven, and when you can play extra cards, you can do more damage quickly, and when you can do more damage quickly, you can kill monsters and stop them from attacking you, and when you do that, the game is easy mode. And so this allows you to just get crazy. You want to play, you know, 2 extra command attacks, you know, play Vicious Ally and play Jaws of Death. Now you're doing attack 5 on the bear's turn, attack 5, attack 5, attack 5, attack 5, attack 25. You're adding plus 10 attack by playing this with this combo. Or you can, you know, attack and heal. You can attack and just play any other card. I mean, the possibilities are endless. It completely changes the Beast Tyrant, and it pushes the Beast Tyrant up like a full tier in power when you have it. And that's why it's the best solo item overall. The power change is just so high. Even though other classes can't use it, it's still the number 1 solo item in the game. Thanks so much for watching.